7 years later, June 1997, today there was a competition to choose the heir at the most educated farmhouse of the Suryavashin family. But this time only 5 children were going to participate in the competition. On the basis of 7 years of hard work, intelligence and ability, 5 children had reached today's level of education. Of the 5 children, 1 was Shivink, 2nd was Bhairav's son Vare, 3rd was Dharam's son Karthik, and 2 children. The entire Suryavashin family had come to watch today's competition. There was not much difference in the age of Shivink, Vare, and Karthik. There was a difference of only a few months between the 3, but the age of the other 2 participants was 2 years more than those 3. Rana came forward to explain the rules of the competition. Today's competition is going to be different from all the competitions in which you all have participated till now, because this time you will not participate in the competition alone. People you have earned will support you. Saying this, Rana looked towards a long white sheet. As soon as the sheet was removed, everyone saw some people in the group of 5 pointing towards him. Rana said, "You all know him. You got all these after winning your competition. They will continue to protect you by becoming the protector of all 5 as long as you are alive." Shivink saw that one of the 5 groups had surprised everyone by winning the maximum number of competitions in these 7 years. Now he was no longer thin and thin. He had become a tall, strong young man of 17 years. In 7 years, hardly anyone would have seen fear in his eyes. The cheerful smile had disappeared from his face. There was a different zeal and enthusiasm visible in his eyes all the time. The remaining 4 participants were also like Shivink, never one to accept defeat. All 5 wanted to get the chair of Suryavashin family at any cost. All the bodyguards stood behind their respective masters. Loyalty and passion to win were also there in his eyes. It was obvious that if his master had become the king of Suryavashin family, his respect and status would have increased. There were a total of 21 guards behind Shivink. Dharam had 16. Barraj had 18 and the other 2 participants had 15. Rana continued his point and said, "Your protectors will be with you in every upcoming competition. If you win the competition, you will get 2 prizes, and that prize will be this." Saying this, Rana once again made a gesture. This was the ranking stage. 5 men were standing on the first stage. 1 had a book in his hand, 2 had a sword in his hand, and the remaining 2 had a protective shield in his hand. There were 3 men on the second rank, 1 holding a book, the other holding a sword, the 3rd holding armor. There was only 1 man on the 3rd rank with a sword in his hand. This meant that the person who came first would get 5 trained guards as a reward. Similarly, the 2nd and 3rd would also, and the remaining 2 members would be eliminated from the competition. After telling all these rules, Rana pointed in the other direction. There were about 18 men on the second stage. Their guno straps were hanging around their necks. Rana said, "All of them have betrayed the Suryavashin family at one time or the other. But today all of them will be released. He is free to go anywhere. Maybe he can go to another city. It is also possible that he may run away from the country. They will be given time tonight to escape. Until then you all will go to your respective farmhouses." As soon as they heard the name of the farmhouse, everyone started looking at each other. The farmhouse was often given away after this competition. Had the rules changed this time? Amidst everyone's whispering, Rana further said, "Remember, the farmhouse will be taken away from the losing contestant within 10 days from tomorrow. You all have to catch these traitors and bring them back. It is not necessary that you self come here with every traitor. Any member of your team can bring these traitors here and bring them back in your name, can imprison you in this iron cage. Because from today onwards all 5 of you are not alone. Your team will always be with you. After explaining all the rules of the competition, the 5 participants were taken to their farmhouse. It was evening. Shivink was standing outside his farmhouse amidst the setting sun. His eyes were deep. He looked round. On one side he saw horses and on the other side he saw 3 carts. Looking at the 5 horses, Shivink pointed towards a white horse and said, "I want to ride it." On hearing this, 2 guards came forward from behind and one of them asked Shivink, "Do you know horse riding?" On this, Shivink said very calmly, "Till now I had not read about the need for this, but it seems that now I will have to learn." Looking at both the guards, Shivink asked, "What are your names?" Both the guards, whose age was around 20 to 23 years, one said, "Sarkar, my name is Vijay." And the other one said, "Teja, my name is Teja." On this Shivink said, "You both seem to be the youngest. It is good that we will be together for a long time." "Yes," choked Sarkar. "No, not a small government. I don't like this." On hearing this from Shivink, everyone looked at him confused. Did his master not like his name as Sarkar? If so, then did he not want to become the king of the Suryavashin family? Everyone honors Varish with the name Sarkar only. Shivink's words had frightened Vijay, Teja and the remaining 19 guards standing behind them. All of them were happy thinking that their master was the most clever and powerful person and he would devote his entire life to get the inheritance of the Suryavashin family. Seeing fear on everyone's face, Shivink laughed out loud. Going closer to the white horse, he said, "Don't worry. I don't just like the government. I love their chair so much that I can cross every limit to get it." Saying this, Shivink untied the rope of the white horse. As soon as it was free, the horse ran away rapidly. Seeing its speed, Shivink said, "What should we name it?" At first everyone looked at the white horse. Then one of them said, "We can call it Tanay, if you like." Tanay. Yes, I liked it. Saying this, Shivink looked at the man who suggested this name and smilingly added, I like you too. Saying this, he went after the white horse, running at the speed of the horse. Seeing the speed of his running, everyone's mouths were left wide open. Why does the government need a horse? They themselves can run faster than a horse. As soon as Vijay heard this, everyone looked at him as if they were going to behead him. Vijay bowed his head. On the other hand, in the hall of Suryavashi mansion, the detectives who were keeping an eye on the 5 children had reached the mansion with the news. While informing Jerry, Bhairav and Dharam about the children, a detective said, Sarkar, I'm coming from Very Bubba's farmhouse. They're seriously bidding farewell to everyone for the competition. They have made many rules. They are going to go to the surrounding areas tomorrow to catch the traitors. Similarly, spies gave information about the remaining 3 participants. The detective who was spying on Shivink said, Shivink Bubba, he was different from everyone else. Looking at him, it did not seem that he was serious about the competition. He spent the whole evening in horse riding. Apart from this, he also named the horse and spent some time inquiring about the vehicles. Hearing this, there was silence in Halevi for a few moments. Bhairav smiled in his heart and said, I had not thought that this boy would turn out to be so stupid. However, suddenly Bhairav remembered Shivink's vicious smile and his eyes suddenly became serious. No, he is not stupid. In fact, he is the most clever one. He is definitely trying to do something, but what? What might be going on in his mind? Like Bhairav, similar thoughts were running in the mind of the father of the other children. Then Jayarya said, keep an eye on them. If you find anything wrong, then inform me immediately. At Shivink's farmhouse, Shivink was having dinner with everyone. Till now he had not mentioned the competition even once. Everyone else was worried about this affair. After dinner, Shivink said, it is 8 o'clock at night. 6 hours of sleep is very important for a person. If we sleep at 9 o'clock, we will wake up at 3 in the morning. At 4 o'clock we will freshen up and meet in the hall. Hearing this, everyone looked at each other. They wanted to talk to Shivink about the competition, but they were not able to understand how to start the conversation. Shivink yawned and started going towards his room. After walking a few steps, he stopped and said, from today onwards you all will call me boss. And you can feel free to ask me anything, but only in private. You all have 1 hour. If you want to ask anything, you can come to my room. But remember one thing, our conversations should remain between us only. No matter how childish it may be, it is not shared with any third person. There should be no hint of things. As soon as Shivink left, all the guards spread out in the farmhouse. They checked every nook and corner of the farmhouse and found a total of 4 people hiding in the farmhouse. Without any hesitation, they imprisoned all 4 in a jail-like room of the farmhouse. And then everyone came to Shivink's room. Shivink was pasting the map on the wall. He picked up a pen and started discussing his plan with everyone. There were 21 people in his team. He made 3 teams of 7 members. Shivink explained to them and said, this is an open competition, so there is a high possibility that members of the other group may attack us, or it may also happen that they keep an eye on us. We will become part of this competition in disguise. The most important thing is that everyone will be on the team, always. No one needs to panic or rush. The most important thing in this competition is patience. After discussing the plan, Shivink sent everyone to sleep. Before sleeping, the guards freed the spies. Shivink had asked them to do so. The next day, according to the plan, everyone set out to find the traitors. And like this, 7 days passed. Shivink's team had caught 5 traitors within 7 days. This shocked everyone, except the first and second day he returned with a traitor every day. Veraj had caught 4 traitors. Karthik had caught 3 and the other 2 contestants had caught 2 each. Now only 1 traitor was left. Very wanted to catch the last traitor at any cost, so he divided his men into teams of 3 and went after Shivink. His objective was now clear. He had to catch the last traitor at any cost. On the 8th day, Shivink and his team went towards the hilly area. Shivink had sensed that someone was following him, so he alerted his men and sat alone on the side of the hill for some time. After a while, a voice came from behind him. "Looking at you, it doesn't seem that you want to catch the last traitor." Shivink knew this voice very well, so without turning back he said, "Why are you following me? Do you no longer have confidence in your abilities?" On hearing this, Very started laughing and said, "To be honest, now I am feeling proud of my ability. If this continues, then you will defeat me and sit on the throne of Suryavashin family, and I will become your minister and serve you for the rest of my life." Will happen. Shivink had never heard such things from Very. Very always hated him, but had never said such things to him so openly. Shivink started fearing something untoward. Before he could say anything, he heard the sound of many footsteps simultaneously. Within a short time, Bairav's men surrounded him from all sides. Seeing this, Shivink did not get scared but said with a teddy laugh, "So after all, Chota Sarkar of Suryavashin family started betraying his son to give his inheritance." Smiling at his statement, Vera said, "It is my good fortune and your bad luck that my father is a king and your father is a slave. Today I will clear my path by killing you. I will become the heir of the Suryavashin family. I, Very Suryavashin, I will rule over the legacy of the Suryavashin family." Bairav's men moved forward to kill Shivink. Before they could reach Shivink, Shivink said smilingly, "You will become the heir of the Suryavanshi family but not the king. There has been only one king in the Suryavashin family and I will become that king. You can't kill me even if you want. Veraz, I will come back. I will come back soon." Saying this, Shivink jumped from the hill. Shivink.